everything you never wanted to know about me. Like, for instance, I don't really like talking about myself. But I'm going to today because I asked on Instagram for some Ask MIMEI questions and you guys came out in droves and asked lots of questions, so I'm going to try and answer as many as possible. MIMEI random.
Ho ho.
Vlogmas. I'm going to go right to the beginning and let's see how long I can go for. What's your favorite place in Japan? If you're coming to Japan, I really recommend trying to check out Himeji Castle. It is absolutely just amazing and gorgeous, and it's a great little town, the Himeji town. I used to live like half an hour from there, so I went there on weekends a lot. It's a really great place. Check it out. Is there any country you've always wanted to visit but haven't had the chance yet? Like all of them. There's so many places I haven't been that I really want to go. Please, someone fly me there. My dream would be to just be able to go to all the countries I want to go to and speak all the languages. If you could instantly learn one language, which one would you pick? French, because I want to go to France and then not have people like look down on me because I can't speak French. What are your goals for 2016? I got asked a lot of questions in this vein, dreams for the new year and so on. Basically, personally, and this is kind of deep and meaningful, but personally I want to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable, because the reality is that life is not comfortable no matter how people might present it, perceive it. I want to improve my Japanese as always. I really do need to actually sit down and study more because my Japanese is not perfect. I want to improve my channels, of course. Any tips for learning Japanese? My biggest tip that I can give you is just do a little bit every day. Don't pressure yourself to learn it all at once. Don't be afraid of making mistakes and just do 5 minutes a day. Literally, like, you'll sit down for 5 minutes and it will turn into longer and you'll do more. So just aim for a little bit a day, especially if it's not like something you're learning in school. If it's something you're studying independently, try not to put too much pressure on yourself, but try and do a little bit a day. Have outside motivators, like maybe some Japanese friends or a Japanese teacher or a language partner, something like that, or set goals for yourself, like I'm going to write an entry, a journal entry in Japanese, I'm going to join a language class, stuff like that. Have goals, do a little bit a day, don't put too much crazy pressure on yourself to be perfect, because you can't be perfect when you're learning a language. If you could visit anywhere in the world right this instant, where would you want to go? I'd go visit my mum. I want to have a chat with her because I can't seem to reach her on her phone. What is your favorite thing to do in Japan during the winter? Be in a warm spot, reading a book. What are your favorite places to go shopping? If you watch my videos, I think I've shown like all of them. So basically the places I show in my videos. I don't really go anywhere else but those places. If you were only allowed 5 more days to live and were given an endless supply of money, what 3 things would you do? Okay, so I'd give the endless supply of money to my mum, or at least as much of it as I could, because I want her to be comfortable. And then I would basically get my own private jet and take Latte and Cinnamon and Duncan on a really cool world tour, and I would make as many videos as I could. I could actually have like a crew. I could have like a crew and I could have all the equipment I wanted, and then we could make some really awesome videos. Oh, I could have an editor so I wouldn't even have to do editing. First we'd go and watch ice hockey, okay, because I need to see some ice hockey live. And then we'd just go to all the places I want to go in the world. It would be awesome. Yeah. That's what I would do, and hopefully make some good videos. Latte or cappuccino? Flat white. Do you like John Cena? You can't see me. My time is now. Yeah. Favorite YouTuber? PDR. Festive sweater recommendations? I got the sparkly one from H&M. It was really festive. I stood out like a sore thumb. Oh, Japanese textbook. Check out this video. What is your opinion of giraffes? Giraffes are cool. I love them. I did a project on giraffes in primary school. It was good, but it was really hard to find any reference books about giraffes. Like, why? How do you socialize? I am at a party and I don't know what to do. MIMEI, please help. Gosh, I feel like I'm a bit too late on this one, but here's my advice on socializing in a party. You should probably know beforehand I'm not good at socializing in parties, or in general. A social situation isn't necessarily going to be comfortable, but try and make yourself as comfortable as possible, which means breathing. Remember to breathe. And then small talk is the way to go. I like to give compliments, and this is just like, it's a heartfelt thing, but I think it's always nice to get a compliment. So if someone's wearing like a cute bow tie or something, then I'll just say, oh hi, that's a really cute bow tie you're wearing. And yeah, I think it's nice to get compliments. Being around someone who's more outgoing than you always helps. being around someone who is very talkative makes it easier if you're not very talkative, if you're a bit shy. Try talking about memes. I don't know, but that's my advice. I hope some of that helps you out. Main thing is just remember that everyone else is a person just like you, and I'm sure a lot of them are a little bit nervous just like you. So yeah. Will you give me a hug if I ever meet you? I'd be happy to give you a hug. Just kind of ask for one, because I don't want to go and like hug people who don't want to be hugged. What's your advice for people who don't have a boyfriend on Christmas? So in Japan, Christmas is all about a date night. I did a video about this on my main channel, so check it out if you're interested. But my advice for you is do something nice for yourself. You don't need to have a significant other in order to be happy and to enjoy the day. So maybe stay home and have some yummy food, make some popcorn, watch a movie, watch your favorite shows, save something nice for that night, have a bubble bath, use a Lush bath bomb. You don't need to have someone else there in order to have a good night. If you're feeling depressed about it, try not to like go into an area full of couples, because I think that will just make you sad, and I don't want you to be sad. Also, maybe have a little house party with your friends, and just remember that you don't have to have someone else. And this whole Christmas date night thing, it's just a thing for couples to enjoy if they want to. You can take it or leave it. Also, for anyone who's alone on Christmas, try to treat yourself nicely. Don't let yourself get too down. Christmas can be a really tough time for people, and I want you guys to look after yourselves. Try and make it easy for yourself by looking after yourself and having something nice for yourself on Christmas. Why is it 60 in Fahrenheit in Maryland in December? I've been wearing t-shirts with flannels, and I tried to wear a sweater, but I think I started burning. Oh my gosh, Tokyo has been quite mild this December as well. Honestly, global warming. Like, that's it. Favorite season? Spring. I love Hanami, and I love to see the cherry blossoms, and it just, oh, it's so precious. Opinions on avocados. Avocados for the win. What do you think about poetry? I freaking love poetry. What do you miss about living in Auckland? Beaches! I miss the beaches and the flat whites and my family. If you didn't live in Japan, where would you live? I'd love to try living in Canada, because it seems to be a really great place to live with really good healthcare. Do you think astrology-star signs are accurate? Okay, so I'm Gemini, and like, you know those things that go around Tumblr with like the star sign blah blah blah? The Gemini one is always horrible. Just saying. No, star signs can kiss my bum. Will you adopt me? I can't even look after myself. Are you sure you want to be adopted by me? What is your spirit animal? Cinnamon. He bites. When do you miss your country? Around Christmas. What's the best purchase you've made while drunk? Oh no. Don't go out and buy things while drunk. Don't go shopping while you're drunk. That's just a bad idea. Where do you buy most of your clothes from? Forever 21, H&M, Wego, Spins, and online, just at random cute stores. What brought you to live in Tokyo? Tokyo just grabbed me and started pulling, and I had to come. Was it strange moving somewhere where the seasons are swapped over? Yeah, it was. And right before that, I'd been in America, so it was like winter, winter, winter. It was so stupid. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get back the summers I've missed. What was your university major? I talked about this on Tumblr just really recently. BA in have I forgotten? No. It was Asian Studies and English with a focus on poetry and creative writing. And the Asian Studies was a focus on Korea and Japan. Mainly Japan, but also Korea, and I'm really interested in cultural history in general. That was like a really fun part of my degree for me. I also went to law school for 2 years but dropped out, but that's a story for another video. Would you prefer to be a human or an egg? Definitely an egg, for sure. Would you consider moving somewhere else? Would you like to visit Berlin, Germany? Oh my god, yes, I'd love to visit Berlin. I actually like looked up buses and stuff to see if I could do it last time we were in Germany, but it was too far and we weren't there for a very long time. So yeah. Would you ever do a meetup in the US? I would love to do free hugs in the US. That would be so cool. I'd love to go to the US. Hopefully that happens. Could you do free hugs in around Kansai area again soon? I would love to do free hugs, but it's just like not possible because of the amount of people that turn up, and I don't want it to be meiwaku, so I don't want to cause trouble for people, especially in the parks where other people are trying to enjoy the park. I hope that maybe me and Duncan will be able to do some kind of events in the future where we can meet you guys, because I really want to do that. I know this may be personal and I'm sorry, but are you and Duncan thinking about having a baby? It's really funny that like once you get married you get asked this question like every day. If people could hear your thoughts, what would they hear? A lot of weird crap. Is it too difficult for someone without a degree to find a job in Japan? I mean a good job so you can afford living there being foreign. Is it difficult to find a job without a degree? Yes. You can do it, but it is difficult and you'll be relying on that company to always be sponsoring you. So probably if you want to live in Japan long term, having a degree will make you a little bit more secure if you're planning on coming here to work, for sure. I would say it's a good idea. What is the craziest thing you've experienced in Japan so far? Probably anything to do with YouTube. YouTubers are crazy, man. Will you post another vlog with Kyle soon? I'm trying to contact Kyle right now, so hopefully. Can you speak Finnish? No, I'm sorry, I can't speak Finnish at all. Any advice for people planning to study university in Tokyo? You'll have so much fun studying in Tokyo if you're coming here. You probably don't need my advice. Whatever you're doing right now is probably fine. Do you know any Russian words? Всем привет, Yevgeny. A few, I know a few. Da. Нет? Do you have any pranks on Duncan planned? I do. I'm actually working on some. Shh. How long have you lived in Japan? 6.5 years, I guess. Was it difficult to learn Japanese? Yeah, it was probably one of the most difficult things I've done. What kind of looks do you get while vlogging? If I'm vlogging, I'm concentrating on vlogging and I don't pay any attention to anyone else. I don't care. I do not care what looks they give me. But actually, in the vlog, my last vlog with Rachel and Laura, there was that guy behind me who was just like, what are you doing? Would you like to explain why you're so pretty? I mean, if I'm pretty, it is all thanks to my mum. Seriously, she's like beautiful. Also makeup and lighting. Honestly, it's probably mostly that. Like I have terrible acne all down my neck right now, but I'm like hiding it. So yeah, TMI. Does cinnamon latte ever do anything annoying? Like do they ruin furniture or wake you up, etc.? Yeah, for sure, but they don't ruin furniture. They're really good, and we also have like lots of stuff for them in our apartment that they can have fun with and that they can take their aggression out on. We have lots of toys, they have their own beds, they have like a million scratching posts, okay like 10, but they have a lot of scratching posts. I did get one of my shirts ruined by Latte when she was a kitten, and it was like my Darren Gray tour shirt, and it was like so sentimental, and I was just like, no, how do I was so upset. But she's just a cat. How much time do you usually spend editing? It depends on the video. A main channel video can take up to 3 days, but I've probably spent as long as like 2 weeks on them. It depends on how long the video is. Like this Q&A is getting really long, so it's going to take me ages to edit. Did my college major help finding a job in Japan? No. The fact that I had a degree helped me to find a job when I first came here, and since then it's been more like connections. So yeah. Did you eat the other canned cupcake? No, I'm saving it for Kyle. Will you come to Okinawa just to meet me and other fans there? I would love to come to Okinawa in general, and I would love to come to meet you. The only problem is money. Like, it costs money and time, and I'm sorry, I can't. If I ever get the opportunity, I will. I'm half Japanese and I can only speak Japanese fluently with my dad. When I try to speak to other people, my Japanese gets messed up. Should I keep trying to work on it, get used to speaking to other people, or should I give up? You can answer that question yourself, but I think you know that giving up is not the answer. I feel more comfortable speaking Japanese to Duncan. I feel more at ease, you know, he's not going to judge me if I make a mistake. And I know he might like correct me because I force him to correct me. Since you can speak it with your dad, it's just going to take a little bit of practice to be able to speak it with other people. So you will be able to do that. If I ever go to Japan, will you meet me if I bring German breakfast porridge and falafel powder? Yeah, I probably would. Where can I find Gudetama merch in Tokyo? Kittyland. Check it. What's your opinion on people romanticizing Japan as a whole? I think that if you're having a hard time in the place where you live, it's hard not to look at another country and think the grass is greener on the other side. So to a certain degree, I think it's just a human thing. To expect a country to be all perfect is really unrealistic, and it's just try not to do that because you'll be disappointed, and I don't want anyone to come to Japan and be disappointed. You know, my experience with traveling is I go to a country and I have some good experiences, some bad experiences, some average experiences, but on the whole the good experiences are just way bigger and better and cooler and way offset the bad experiences. And it's the same with living in a country. You will have bad days and bad experiences, and nothing will be perfect, and you'll be pulling out your hair But then you'll have amazing days, amazing times, and you'll get out of it what you put into it. So yeah, Japan is not a magical place, but it is a really lovely country to live in. Why do you and Duncan follow the Dalai Lama? I really love some of the stuff the Dalai Lama says, and it really resounds with me, and I try to live a life of kindness. I don't know why Duncan does. I didn't even know he did. What cheers you up when you're sad? Dan and Phil videos. YouTube videos. There's this video called Happy Goalies that really helps me out when I'm sad. And music, I like to put on my good headphones and listen to music if I'm feeling sad. And baths, walks, aromatherapy, lavender is a really good one. Hot eye masks, dancing, singing, going to karaoke, hugs, thinking of things I'm grateful for. What were you like in high school? I was a nerd. I'm like I am now, but even shyer. How does someone that doesn't have the resources to live in Japan and live Japanese retain the language when they don't know any native speakers? Internet! The internet is for learning languages. I'm half Japanese and I always get nervous when I'm in Japan because I have some irrational fear that I'll trip over my words or people will stare at me because I don't look Japanese at all. How would you deal with it? Never let people's stares stop you from doing anything. It's their problem if they're staring. It's rude. It's not your problem. Stare back, or just, you don't have to put up with it. You can just say, hi, like, why are you staring at me? Especially in English. Just say like, oh yeah, hi, do I know you? Don't let that stop you from ever doing anything. Chin up, seriously. Will you trip over your words? You might trip over your words, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Let yourself make mistakes. What do you dislike about Japan? There are a lot of questions asking me what I don't like about Japan. So I'm gonna finish on this question. I love Japan. Like, every country has its pros and cons, its upsides and downsides, and Japan does too. But Japan is a really wonderful, wonderful place to live. It's very safe. It's very convenient. The public transport is amazing. Over the last year or so, they've really begun to make things accessible for tourists. So Tokyo is a great tourist city as well. It's hard to live a vegetarian lifestyle here, and I wish it was a little bit easier. But basically, I think the thing I find a little bit frustrating is it's really hard to get to the beach in summer. Living in Auckland, the beach was only like 10 minutes down the road, and now it's like a few hours down the road, and it's just not the same. So I really miss the beaches, the New Zealand beaches. I miss my mom. I wish that she was just here. I miss my family, and well, I miss flat white, so yes. And that's all over! Question time over! That was everything about me that you guys wanted to know. I answered pretty much all your questions, so I hope you're happy. Give it a thumbs up because it's going to take me a long time to edit this. Go and watch the rest of Vlogmas. You know you want to. Do it. Oh yeah! Okay, see you.